Hello, welcome to episode 12 of Andy Rants. If this is your first time on this channel, if you somehow found this video in the vast array of YouTube videos, maybe it came up on your recommended, don't watch this yet actually. Please go to my channel and see if there's something else that you might like, because this is just one of the many things I do here. This is a podcast, so if you're not interested in that, check to see. I do some like Roblox videos, I do vlogs, I do other things that I don't remember. So go ahead and check out my channel first and foremost, and then come back to this video. So, it does feel like a while since I've done this. I don't know if that's entirely true. According to YouTube, the last episode was more than a month ago, but I'm pretty sure it was I think it's about to hit the 2-month mark, because it just feels that way. It just feels like I haven't sat down in front of the camera with a mic. The episode 11 was low-key a flop. I'm going to admit it. It was a flop. Not in terms of public reception. Rather, I just don't think I said anything interesting in that video. I know I talked a lot about the blue dress, the blue and black dress, or the yellow and gold one. I harped on that for a little too long. I did feel passionately about that, and I think that's why I spoke about it. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check out that video. I'm not gonna talk about too much. If I start thinking about it, I'm gonna go back to it, and I'm gonna and this entire video will just be that as well. It will be part 2 of that conversation. It also was, some of you may know, I try to record this podcast in different parts. I'm trying not to record it in the same spot. This is kind of the same spot as one of my other videos. It was just more over there, and the camera was more like that way. I wish you guys could see the mess currently in my room. Actually, I don't wish you could see that, because it was actually it's not a very fun sight. But I have literally right in front of me, I have a treadmill, which I kind of regret having here, because it really does take a lot of space. Thankfully, it's like one of those more like portable ones. I could just flip it and like close it. I guess I could stuff it in my closet. It's heavy, so like I haven't really done that. But I guess when there's guests, like I could just do that. However, I've been wanting to do a podcast episode with the treadmill, like me on the treadmill, just recording. Me just recording on it, but I do think I'm still not in my prime. I used to be in a prime of my life, a period in my life where my stamina was actually decent. Now, if you put me behind a treadmill and have me talking the entire time, I don't think I'm gonna make it. But I still want to try it, even if it's like a 10-minute long podcast episode. I'll do it soon. However, some of you may know, I just am coming off the cusp of a sickness. I guess I think it was just a common cold. I didn't have a fever, which I'm very thankful for, because the last time I got sick, which was more than a year ago actually, and it was horrible. I had the flu, and I literally had a fever for like more than a week straight. Also, I did just wake up from a nap, and I showered before, because I'm trying to switch on my schedule. I normally shower at like 3 to 4 in the morning, because I like staying up late, so that's what I do. So then as a result, I shower late, because it's the last thing I want to do. But I come to realize that I actually think it's better if I actually just wake up. I was about to say wake up earlier. I'm still not going to do that. Showering to me is very tedious. It is like a chore. So I was thinking, why don't I just put that before? Like, why don't I just shower before? Like, why am I showering so late? And then I have the rest of the night just to myself, without having to think about having to shower after, because it is tedious to me. I know some people enjoy it, and to be fair, I enjoy it, but not not the thought of having to go do it. Like that's just too much. It feels like too much. But damn it, I keep getting lost in get lost in the. Do you guys like my shadow in the back? Wasn't on purpose, but I do like shadows. I like shadows. It's like my alter ego is behind me, following all my moves. And it's just because I have a light facing me, because the big light up there is yellow, and it kind of like... And I've grown to like the yellow light. I've grown to like it, because all my life I've been on a white light sort of thing. Although I think it's so stupid, the industry is dumb, and I don't know much about it, so I don't know why I'm pretending like I do. But I think like when they're titled white light, if you go to a store and you buy a white light, it'll actually look yellow. And then I think the white light is like called something else, like soft, I don't know, soft hue, I don't know. But it's dumb, because why don't you just say how it is? Why is it a riddle? Why do I have to uncover the truth in order to know which light I'm gonna buy? Whether I'm gonna buy the effing white light or the yellow light. But I was always on that white light grind, because it feels like cleaner, it feels more modern, it feels just feels new. And I was a supporter. And that's kind of all I knew for my life. But moving into this house, most of the lights were yellow, with the exception of like a few. I don't know. It was a very mixed and match situation. And my room light was yellow, and so were my bathroom lights. My bathroom lights were insanely yellow. They were like all freaking yellow, like insane. And it's like 6 of them. It's 6 light bulbs, and they were yellow. So you could imagine how yellow it was. But I liked it. At least maybe not in the beginning, but I definitely liked it now. Until then, my dad decided to change the light bulbs to white, and the reason why is because 2 of them had gone out. 2 of the yellow ones had gone out, and my thought process was I'm not going to change them. I mean, it's still enough light in the bathroom. I don't need more light. Like that's fine. That white light, those white lights that he put in, are so powerful, so powerful. Why are they so bright? Guess how many of them I actually have connected. Like I have screwed all the way in so they work. I have 1 out of the 6, because 1 is enough to replicate the 6 yellow ones. That's how bright the freaking white light is. It's too much. And the day he changed them, because he had come over, we went to Disney after, and I got back from Disney. Keep in mind, I'm super tired. I was just at Disney whole day. I had to wake up early, which I normally don't do. And I get home. My immediate thought is I need to use the freaking bathroom. I turn the light on. Actual flashbang. Like literal flashbang. I almost passed away. It was so bright. And I just knew I shouldn't have done it. I knew I should have kept the yellow ones. I wonder if you guys have yellow ones or white ones. I know that people on TikTok were like low-key shitting on the yellow ones in like 2020 or something. I don't know. Saying that like poor people have the yellow ones, which is like which is not a sentiment I agree with. I mean, I think just some people prefer certain colors. Maybe they grew up with one and like that's all they know. Because that's low-key what my experience was. Like had I not been not forced but too lazy to change the yellow light bulbs to white, I would have like stayed on the white like wave. I don't know, but it is kind of crazy. Like why are we like adding labels now to like the lights, in the sense of like how poor or rich you are? So does my hair look crazy? I just showered, and I think I put too much conditioner today, and it's very fluffy. I also popped a pimple for the first time in a really long time. I haven't done that in a while, but it was like on my chin. I don't know if you could see, it's like red or something, but sometimes I could feel when it's coming, because it's like almost like that general area starts to hurt a little bit, and those are the worst types of pimples ever. Like all the other pimples, there's some that are like very surface level, in the sense of like they don't really hurt, they just pop up and it's like whatever, like I don't care about those. But the ones that hurt, those piss me the fuck off, because genuinely, why do you hurt? I don't like that. And I felt it yesterday, I think, at night, and immediately I was like, no, like red flag. Like, am I even recording my dialogue? Okay, I am. I just had I low-key had PTSD from that one time that I didn't record the audio, and it really scared me actually, because now I'm worried that it'll happen again. But then I just looked at myself in the mirror today, and I saw that like it kind of formed a little bit, not too much, and then I popped it, and low-key I forgot like how like gruesome it is. I don't know why, but I actually got shocked. I was like, oh okay. Not gonna do that again. That was my middle school years. It was just doing that. It was popping pimples, but my acne was really bad in middle. I don't even want to talk about this. I hate the conversation of acne. It was such a stupid period of my life. Like, I was literally on every single sort of thing you could be on. Like, I tried Curology, and Curology was weird because it worked for a little bit. Like, it actually was helping my skin. And I literally have like pictures to prove it, because I took like pictures like before and after, I guess, or like progress pictures. And it was helping. I was like, this is insane. Like, this is the first product that I've ever tried that has actually helped me. Because everything else, you just start putting a bunch of chemicals on your skin, and then it just doesn't work. It's not a match. And then Curology was like low-key heaven sent. I was like, wait, my acne's getting clear. Keep in mind, this was in middle school. I think this was probably in 7th or 8th grade that I had Curology. And then randomly, like, wow, it took a turn. It just came back. Like, my acne just came back full force. And you know what the worst thing was to hear? Was a random child in middle school just going up to you and saying, like, hey, like, there's ways to, like, fix that, you know that? And it's like, I'm gonna beat your ass, because obviously I know that. Like, obviously I'm not sitting, like, idly letting that shit take its course, which I should have done. That was the lesson to be learned. But that, like, I just, like, why are you telling me that shit? Like, that's so backhanded. And it, thankfully, not that many people were like that in middle school. I think people were actually relatively accepting, because I think a lot of them were just dealing with the same thing. And like, now if I see someone that has a lot of anxiety, I will never judge them. I will never hit them with that backhanded sort of thing where it's like, oh, I'm just trying to help you, but it's like, but you're not adding anything to the conversation. Like, I already knew this. Like, this was like well known, but we're okay. Yeah, Curology. So then it took a turn. It was kind of just coming back full force, and I just thought, why am I paying for this if it's not going to work? And I know people say just to stay consistent with it, and I'm sure that would have been a viable option had I been wanting to pay that price. Like, why would I just don't want to pay that price and have periods where, like, I'm not sure if it's even working at all. It just doesn't seem effective. And if you're currently on any sort of treatment, any sort of thing like that, don't stop yet, because maybe it'll work. But I'm gonna tell you what worked for me. And obviously it is very different for everyone. Had that not been the case, I think no one would have acne, because everyone would figure out their own personal situation. But stop believing those freaking at-home remedies and shit like that, like fucking putting toothpaste on your face or whatever it is that they're saying. Don't believe that shit, and not because it might be wrong, but just because it never will work as you intend. Everyone's skin is different, and even if you look up, like, oh, like, if you think your skin is oily and you look up a fucking, I said I wasn't going to talk about this, and here I am, but I swear I will end this soon. This conversation will stop soon. But damn it, I hate when I like low-key shit on myself, and then I forgot what I was talking about earlier. I feel like Adrian Brody at the fucking Oscar speech. He just went on and on and on. Curology. Oh, okay. So yeah, don't just keep going with whatever treatment you have, at least for a while, see if it works. So what ended up working for me, like I said, before Curology and probably a little bit after, I tried so many things that just did not work. And I think the thing is, there's always like kind of like that purge period where like your acne is actually gonna get worse before it gets better. But I was too lazy, and I think most people are too lazy, or not lazy, but impatient. Like, everyone just wants the fix. Like, no one wants to actually wait. Everyone wants the fix. And like, obviously, like, that's like completely normal. And nobody's willing to wait. Everyone's just willing to put a bunch of shit on their face, like me, until one works. And a lot of times they don't. So what was my secret? I just stopped putting shit on my face. And then over time it went away. And obviously that is just a personal thing. It's not going to be the case for everyone else. But if you are going through this and you have not yet tried a part of your life where you have not put anything on your face, I suggest you to try that. Try doing that. Maybe like wean out of it a little bit if you're like using cleanser, moisturizer, whatever. Keep doing that, I guess. I mean, it's not bad to have a skincare routine. I just don't have one because I'm scared. I'm scared that it's going to come back. I'm scared that it's going to bite me in the ass because I've just stopped putting things on my face. And if I put something back on my face, I'm scared that it'll do something. So yes, I don't use cleanser. I don't use moisturizer. Hate on me all you want. Call me whatever you want to call me. I just wash my face with water. Is that so bad? I don't know. I do feel like really gross sometimes. Like I feel like washing my face with water really just isn't enough. Like I need a cleanser. But I'm really scared. I'm gonna need to like research. My voice just cracked. I'm gonna need to research like the most harmless cleanser possible, like something with I guess the least amount of ingredients or something. I don't know, just so it doesn't. I don't know. I'm just scared. But I'm definitely not putting moisturizer on my face because I do have a relatively oily face. Like it'll be dry when I wash it, after I wash it, but then like literally 2 seconds after it'll immediately be oily again. Also, I've recently started to peel, which is so strange. Like my face has gotten so dry sometimes I just start peeling. But you know what? I kind of accept it because it almost feels like I actually went outside and got some sun. So as long as I have the illusion to believe that I actually went outside, I'm gonna take it. But yeah, enough of this conversation. I don't know where I'm gonna segue next, but actually, let me segue to this. A little story. After this was before. After the whole light debacle in my bathroom, I had a little present left to me by God. My toilet just decided the handle. Well, let me just explain this in chronology, in chronological order. I went to the bathroom like one does, or actually, wait, no. I heard my toilet keep making noise, and part of me was like, that doesn't seem normal. I don't think it's supposed to be making noise like so much. It just keeps going. It hasn't stopped. And the other part of me was like, maybe it has made this noise and I'm just like, and I just don't remember it making this noise. And I was low-key starting to gaslight myself. But eventually I went to go shower and the toilet was still making noises. So I'm like, maybe, what if I just like flush it just to like restart it? I don't know. Like maybe it'll restart or something. Me thinking it's a fucking like computer. And I barely touch the handle to flush. And the handle literally falls on my hand. And so I'm thinking, why did this even happen? How did this happen? What went wrong? How did the handle just come off? I don't get it. And I literally did what I'm sure everyone else would do in this situation. And I just tried putting it back inside. And it worked, actually. It worked. I figured it out, kind of. It's definitely still not screwed in. And it definitely keeps trying to kind of fall off. But I learned the fix. So the noise that it was making was basically just because it would kind of be like halfway flushing. So just water would keep coming out. Not in like a clogged way where like it's like about to fill up my entire bathroom with water, but just it was coming out, like not increasing the length of the deepness of the water. So that was fine. Like I wasn't worried that it was going to overflow, but it's still water was coming out and it's just annoying to hear that. And I'm sure maybe there's some like technical reason for that to be not good. You basically just have to hold the handle, put the handle inside if it has fallen out, and just pull it up. That was the fix I did. And it works, and I've been doing it, and I'm not going to call in a maintenance report because I hate doing the maintenance reports. It's so awkward. I don't know how people do it. Like, I really thought that maybe that's something I was going to learn with over time, but it really isn't. Like, having to wait, I wouldn't even say it's anxiety, having to wait for the person to come to my apartment and like fix it, but it's just like the lingering realization that there is someone going to be in your house. There is going to be someone in your house like in just a little bit is kind of awkward, and I don't like it because then I don't do anything. I can't do anything until they have come and checked. And sometimes you don't know when they're going to come in. They're just going to knock on your door and you just have to be ready. And I hate that. It really is. It's horrible for me. I hate that. That's why I don't like when people like pull up to my house unexpected. Like I need a heads up. Like I need a heads up for everything. I need heads up for plans. I need help. Like I really dislike when people show up to my house unexpectedly. Unless I was like low-key mentally prepared already that day to go out. Like if that day I already went out or I was about to go out, I'm okay with people coming to my house unexpectedly. But the thing is, the other person shouldn't know that. Like the people that are coming to my house should not know that I was going to go out that day. So that's why I think everyone should treat me as like an individual where like you cannot go to my house unless I say so, unless like it is a thing that is like explicitly clear between us that's like the plan. Far too many times I have dealt with a looming realization. This one time, I don't even know when this was. This was sometime in high school. One of my friends like literally knocked on my window while I was asleep, and I literally was just like, "How would I have known that you were gonna knock on my window?" I think the plan was that I was literally going to come out of my house and just say hi to them because they were walking by the area or something. And I was supposed to like say hi to them. But I'm pretty sure like it was clear that I was not going to go out unless I was awake. Like if I was still asleep, I was to be left alone. I'm not going to wake up for you. I'm going to stay asleep. And you walk around whatever you need to do, walk around my neighborhood or whatever. I'm going to stay asleep. And I guess they maybe misinterpreted. Don't attribute to malice what you could attribute to incompetence. If you know, you know. And I always try to be funny. And then it backfires because then I forget. Yeah, they knocked on my freaking window. And I literally thought it was like a freaking robber or something. Keep in mind, I haven't said any of these things before, so it's like I'm expecting you to know this. But okay. Damn it! I hate when there's layers and layers. Okay. This, like, it's summer, I think it was. Actually, I don't know. I think it was a summer. I remember hearing a car alarm go off in my neighborhood. And normally I wouldn't think anything of it, but I was already up because I was literally about to film a video. And so I decided to check outside my window, or I think I opened my window to get light to come in. And I look outside and I see a man standing next to my grandpa's car because I lived with my grandpa this time. Or I guess my grandpa lived with us. And I see my grandpa's car, and then I see a guy next to it, and he's looking shady. Like, he's looking a little shady. And so I'm looking the entire time. I'm just looking outside of the window like, is anyone else seeing this? And the alarm was going off. And I'm like, wait, is the alarm going off of my grandpa's car? And I'm looking at this guy because I'm like trying to figure out, what is he doing? And he's literally crouched down, like hiding in front of the bushes, looking suspicious as fuck. Like he was looking around like, and then he goes into his car. And I was like, no one else saw that. I was the only soul who saw that. No one thought to look outside when there was a car alarm going off. And I just didn't even know what to do. I low-key froze. But at the same time I did act. I pulled out my phone because I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of this license plate. Like, if I need to do anything. And the guy, I'm literally just staring outside the window because the guy's still in his car, and his car is directly in front of me from like where my window is. So I'm just staring inside, and I'm trying to look inside of his car to see what he's doing. And he's waiting in his car, I guess, like I'm pretty sure he was debating whether or not he should try again to like steal whatever part of my grandpa's car he was trying to steal or something. And then he drove away, and I took a picture of his license plate. And guess what? The picture was really blurry because I had an iPhone XR, and those were clearly not that very good at taking pictures from far away. If I had this phone, it would have come out perfectly clear, but life is hard sometimes. So yeah, so that happened. So then I was worried the entire, like, I never felt safe again. I'm trolling. It really didn't affect me that much, but like, just the idea of like someone being there, I don't know, that kind of worried me in a way sometimes. And the fact that I heard someone knocking on my window, tapping on my freaking glass while I'm sleeping, like I just woke up. Me waking up was a result of the knocking. I literally got up and I'm like, who's at my fucking door? Who's on my fucking window? Who the fuck is trying to break into my fucking house? It was a little bit of an overreaction. And then, like, I think I checked my phone and I saw that I had, like, missed calls from my friends. And I was like, oh, okay, it was just them. But it was still, like, kind of embarrassing. And also, I told them never do that again. I did get a little bit mad. I'm going to be honest. I did get a little bit mad. And then there was a second moment where that happened, where I had just gotten back from school, and call me whatever you want, but I'm gonna take a nap after I get back from school. Like, school is so exhausting. This was senior year, I'm pretty sure. And I'm exhausted, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. And as I'm going to sleep, I like look up the way my room is positioned. I have a room tour of my old house if you're interested. But I had my bed, which was a twin bed, and then literally right next to the bed was my window. And I'm like looking up from my bed. I'm just facing up, and I could see from my window my friend just peering in through the window. What? Why are you peering in through the window? Like, what are you trying to see? I don't know. But that also got me a little bit mad. And it got me mad, but at the same time, I like wanted to troll her. So what I did was like I literally just reached out my hand and I freaking like slammed the I like hit the window. But that was like a joke. Like, that was like, I wasn't like, I was angry, or not angry. I was like annoyed, but that wasn't like an extension of my annoying feelings. That was just me trolling to see like what her reaction would be. And she actually didn't get scared, to be honest. I felt like she didn't even see it at all. And then before or after, I don't remember, I literally shut my blinds, and I had like the ones that like are like, I don't know if that's a good interpretation of it, but like you close them and then they just like shut. So I literally just immediately I just went poosh, and I like shut it on her face, because I was like, girl, why are you trying to like break and enter in my fucking house? Anyways, did I finish the bathroom story? Oh yeah, I was talking about maintenance report, and I think that's why I segued into this conversation. But I don't know. Life has been good. Kind of. I'm taking classes. And officially I have all my 4 classes. I'm taking history of motion pictures, which I love. I love that class, but weirdly enough, that's like the class I have to do like the most assignments for. It's getting really hot in my room right now. The second class is statistics, which I've had my history with statistics in high school, so it's not too horrible right now, actually. And I also have an ethics class, which is pretty enjoyable, and it's not much work. It's really only 1 assignment a week. I also do online school, for those of you that don't know. And my last class is international politics, which I just got added to my curriculum, I guess. That is the It's actually not that bad either. I really haven't done a single assignment for it yet, because it's one of those where like he assigns you like a date at the end of the course where all your work needs to be turned in, but there's not a specific, like, there's not a week by week thing, so you just do it whenever you want, as long as you get them all done before that specific date. I will do something this week just to figure out, I don't even know, I think it's just like mainly quizzes, and then like 3 discussion posts and one essay or something, which I hate writing essays. I low-key, well, oh my god, it's a really a love-hate situation with essays, because once I get in the groove of it, I really like writing. I like writing. I don't think I'm a good writer, but I don't think I'm a bad writer. So I'm like, I fall in a place in between, where like I see a lot of people's writing, and I'm like, wow, like I'm a good writer, like, compared to these. But then I like see other people's writing, and then I'm like, wait, I'm stupid. I'm bad at writing. Like, these people are geniuses. And that's kind of a battle. It's kind of a battle. I think most people have that battle internalized. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm projecting. But me personally, I've like all my life, it's a flip-flop between I'm the smartest person in the world and I'm actually really stupid. But it's weird, because like that feeling has resurged. Not sure if that's the right word. That's a perfect sign of showing my intelligence. But there was definitely a period in my life, I think like probably sophomore year of high school, where I literally was like, I'm really smart and no one has had the thoughts that I've had before, which is the biggest lie. Also the biggest like sign that you are not the smartest, because I don't think you should. I think if you think that you're the smartest, or you think that you're one of the smartest people in the world, or maybe like among your peers or whatever, you're probably not. And that's obviously what that applies to me too. Like, I obviously was not. I'm definitely not. And it's kind of weird, because it's like you feel like you are in your heart, But in reality, that's not true. Now, after that year in sophomore year, I realized that. And then over time, it was like I had to unlearn that. It was like I had to unlearn that behavior of thinking, damn it, I want to pull my hair out. It was unlearning that behavior of thinking that I was better than everybody else. And I did. I unlearned it. I was like, I'm not. Like, that's such a stupid, it's such a, like a freaking, a childlike process to have where you really only see the world in terms of yourself and you view yourself as superior, even though like all signs point to that being the opposite, like, or not, maybe not the opposite, but just that not being the case. You're definitely not better than other people or smarter. And so then I had a good streak of knowing that, of accepting it and being aware, knowing that I just wasn't the smartest. I wasn't the most creative. I wasn't the most deserving of like good things. And not that I'm not, I think everyone's deserving of good things, but in terms of my personal, like, my personal input, what I'm personally able to, put into the world. So, but then randomly, right now, it's like it punched me in the gut. And then it's like, I'm having these thoughts again. I'm like, I'm more deserving than other people of certain things. And I need to, and why don't I have success in these certain aspects? Why do other people have success? Or maybe not that other people aren't deserving of it, rather that I am deserving amongst those people and I don't have the success to back it up. And obviously, I don't think that's a positive mindset to have. Therapy talk. I don't think that's a positive mindset to have. And I'm obviously actively fighting against it like I did when I was in the sophomore year. But why is it coming back? I don't know. Also, it's just, you know what? Sometimes, I know this is really stupid, but also this is completely irrelevant to what I was just talking about. Sometimes I take a shower and I wash my hair. And when I wash my hair, I lay down because my idea is like, it's going to like... it's gonna make my hair look shorter because my hair is kind of curly, so it's like, and that's my thought process. And I never thought about it being not good for my hair until like someone brought it up. I don't remember who it was. I think it was one of my friends, because I explained it to them and they're like, you probably shouldn't be doing that. And I'm not gonna change my ways, but it's also a 50-50 battle. Like it's like you don't know if your hair is going to come out good when you try that method. Like that method is not guaranteed. But if it works, it looks good as hell. Like if it works, your hair looks great. And I'm saying this as like someone with kind of curly hair. I'm not talking about like straight haired people. I'm sorry, I cannot relate. And I also cannot relate as a super curly haired person. So I fall a little bit in between. And sometimes it just doesn't look good. I think today is an example of one of those days, because it still feels too like voluminous, and it also already feels like a little too greasy. Like my hair gets really greasy quickly, and I think the reason why it feels that way is because I put a little bit too much conditioner on. Damn it, a little bit too much conditioner, not enough shampoo. I think that was my problem, and I realized that, but I was too lazy. It's always that problem. Never attribute to malice what you can attribute to incompetence. I'm going to take that quote for myself. And if you guys don't know that quote, I mentioned it already earlier today. It's this guy who I think he was like being interviewed at like a mall or something. And these people like just stepped in front of the camera, and like the guy recording or the guy asking the question, he was like, what? And then the guy goes, don't attribute to malice, you can attribute to incompetence. And that was like a perfect way to put my thought process, because I feel a lot of people, okay, I'm not a driver, so I know maybe my that would be different if I actually were to be a driver, but I am sitting in the passenger seat with my sister while she's driving, and there are times where I'm really shocked by her lack of awareness. No offense, she's going to be watching this, and no offense. I understand it, especially in the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment, you're pissed or you're anxious driving, like that. You might be an anxious driver, and like things like that really like tick you off, understandably so. But you really don't see all these people as like actual individual people with their own lives. So there's like this like meme. Damn it, why am I quoting a meme? This stupid little freaking thing but it makes complete sense. We only see like ourselves. Like we obviously clearly only think about ourselves. So we are capable of letting us pass when we do incorrect things, especially in terms of the road. When you're driving, maybe you're speeding because you need to do something, and you're thinking, I would never do this. I'm only doing it right now because of this important thing I need to do, this important place I need to get to, or something. But then when you see someone else speeding, you're like, idiot is speeding. But you're not giving them that credit. That's not the right term I'm looking for. You're just not letting them slide when you let yourself slide. And wait, I'm low-key a philosopher. And that's kind of what I'm learning about in ethics right now. So low-key, like, wait, that like just perfectly made sense. Like connecting academy with meme, with YouTube. And 36 minutes. Is that enough? I think that's enough. I actually think that's relatively long for my podcast episodes. Or no, I think I reached 40 minutes the other day. Well, I'm going to leave. And this time I'm actually going to stop talking and not keep yapping like I always do. Because when I say I'm going to leave, no, I'm doing it again. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comment. Feel free to like respond to it as you're watching. I don't know if you have anything to add in the conversations and the couple things I talked about. And like the video. It always helps the algorithm, guys. Commenting and liking always helps the algorithm. And of course, subscribing. We're low-key close to 1,000 subscribers on this channel, which is like, that's freaking awesome. But yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.